Hey, it's me. Um, I was literally getting dressed and it popped in my head that I needed to pop on and do a live real quick and talk about something that I think we really need to pay attention to. So I'm actually walking down my stairs as we speak. And you'll see Mr. Tom. I don't know if you can see Mr. Tom. There's Mr. Tom down there. Yes, I know. It's hideous, but whatever. It's not mine. Anyway, okay. Coming downstairs. My lovely office. There's my table, my stuff. Okay. In my office. It's kind of dark in here because the sun's on the other side. So hang on. All right. So, what I was sitting here thinking about, hey, Christy, hey, Brooke, hey, Melissa, was the fact that we're always paying attention to what everybody else is doing. And I think, we honestly get stuck in this place of either comparing ourselves or, hi, Shirley, or analyzing or putting ourselves under a microscope. And the whole thing is, yes, people like myself, people that, are out there doing great work, we are meant to inspire, but what can happen is your own truth, your own signature, your own way of connecting can get diluted. And it's really important that you understand that a great teacher or a great mentor or a great coach is, and I had this really great conversation, not with a coach, actually, it was really weird, about indoctrinating people and this whole thing around, that people wake up one day and they just decide, well, I'm going to be a coach, or I'm going to be this. Like, fine, yes, follow your inspiration, but you have to be accountable. Can you actually show up and deliver results? Because it's not just getting the accolades or the bravo or the brownie points or the whatever when you're working with people, or you're showing up on a live and there's 20 people listening to you, or there's 100 whatever replays, and then 6 or 7 people, throw you hearts. It's about the calling of your soul. And I think a lot of people really get into the vibe of following and digesting so much of other people's content that they don't understand what they're here to do, the person looking at the content. And it's really, really important for you to understand what is it that you're actually here to do, because your piece, your puzzle piece, your soul style, your signature is just as important as the person who's doing the live that you're watching. But a long time ago, back when I was 19 and I first attended kind of like not a healing retreat, it was more like a one-day thing. And I remember, and it was Sonia Choquette, and I remember hearing her say, it's really important for you to know your truth and to know, yes, let other people inspire you, and yes, let other people kind of help you get there, but don't let it dilute your message. And the other thing that I found that was really important was to not take on a bunch of information, because it clouds your intuition, and it clouds your judgment and discernment about what it is that you're supposed to be hearing or doing, and the inspiration that can come in the breath, the inspiration that can come in the spur of the moment, because you're in that person's vibration, even if you're not with them, because it's energy. It's all energy. And me too, I'm so glad. And so what happens is that, we get wrapped up in that person's energy, and we lose sight, or we lose track of who your spirit is, or who the essence of you is. And yes, the thing is, you need to learn, you need to expand, you need to grow, but you also need to be mindful of who you are. And a great teacher, a great leader will know how to separate themselves enough to give you the content, give you the information, but not make you feel like you need to attach to them. It's really important, because yes, we can have great students and great people that want to learn from us. However, it is important that you not go into the thing of neediness, like grabbing, and because then the other person's voice becomes, smaller and smaller and smaller, and that's not the goal. The goal is to inspire the person's, vibration to become stronger, to become more aligned with what their signature is, what their voice is. And they may or may not be teachers or leaders or speakers or any of that. It may just be that they want to be more impactful in their daily life, and that's fine. But what I find is we're so consumed with other people's content and other people's voices, and and I'm kind of, being a rogue when it comes to this, but I'm very picky. I listen with a jaded ear, meaning I'll listen to a live, or I'll watch a video, or I'll read a book, but I'm also listening to my own message or my own truth in that, because that is the purpose. The purpose is not so that you go digest that content and go do what they do. It's not the purpose. The purpose is that you use those tools, or you go apply them, and then go find your own. That's the purpose. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to inspire you to find who are you. So, anybody have any questions or comments, or I want to make sure I can hear everybody. Send me some smiley faces if you can hear me, or thumbs up, whatever. I just want to make sure, because sometimes my audio fades in and out, especially on my phone. Anyhow, and if you're confused about what I'm saying, because this is also what I'm running into, the way that my system works is, it works when I'm tuning in. It works in the space of no limitation. It works in the space of when I'm receiving information in, and it's a bigger message that everyone needs to hear. It's more about understanding that where your purpose is. It's more about that there's something going on that needs to be adjusted. And I think we're we're going in the space of everything is virtual, everything is live, that it's very important to be, just to be. And I think we get lonely when we do that. I think we get intimidated. I think because we hear silence when we meditate, or we ask, questions of our soul, or of our higher self, or angels, or team, whatever, we get silence back, and we think that means nothing. When you pray, or when you're asking for guidance, it's not immediate sometimes, because you have a lot of, it's the best way I can put it is, it's like when you have a TV and it's not, or, you're trying to connect a cable and it's all fuzzy. That's how it is when you're praying, or you're asking for assistance. They see it as you're all foggy up here, you're all fuzzy, and they're sending you a message, but you can't receive it. because your filters are up. Your filters around how you need to hear it, what it's going to sound like, what they're going to say, your expectations, all of your past experiences, your emotions, your menagerie of random thoughts that occur all day. And there's not enough room. And if you do hear the message, oftentimes we will change it, like telephone, to fit your own needs. And I find that this is the case a lot. When we hear a message, we internalize it and change it to mean a certain thing, and it may not be exactly what we're interpreting it to be, which I find enormously frustrating as a teacher and a leader. Is, the person is asking and they're really wanting to receive, and when they receive the solution or the message, they get lost. And they get lost in what they think it is instead of paying attention to what was actually said. And if you don't understand, wait and it will be clarified. Or ask another question for clarification. There's nothing wrong with asking additional questions to get more answers. Nothing wrong with it.
Did you forget to play ball with me?
No, I did not forget.
You're supposed to do it now, 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm on call for ball duty with 3 in 5 minutes, so I have to hurry up. But again, I'm going to repeat it. 2 things, 2 messages in what I'm saying today. Be mindful when you're watching lives, when you're looking at YouTube, when you're reading books, and when you're attending, retreats or whatever. Be mindful of what your own energy is, and pay attention to what your helpers and your spirit are trying to show you, because it's very important. And in addition to that, because the teaching is never meant to override your own voice. And last thing, when you're asking for guidance and when you're asking for solutions or you're praying for help, do not assume because you don't hear anything or you're not answered in the way you want to, the way that you want to be answered, then that does not mean you weren't heard. And it doesn't mean that you need to go ask again. It means 2 things. Either you didn't get the message that they were sending you because you weren't receptive to it, too much going on, or you didn't ask the question in the way or in the time frame at which they wanted to answer it, or you were ready to receive it, I should say.
Have a popsicle?
No, may not have a popsicle. So that was a no to a popsicle. Door slam. But let me tell you this again, because it's very important that you hear me correctly when I'm saying this to you. When you ask a question or you're asking for guidance, it will come in the form at which you're ready to receive it. So if you have a lot of emotion around a situation, you may not get a response immediately. You may have to wait until you settle down, until you get to a calm place. My suggestion is, if there's a highly charged situation that you're in, I would ask for peace, and I would ask for calm. Then I would go in and ask for a solution or direction. All right. I hope that helps you on a Saturday. My allergies are wonderful today. If you have any questions or you would like to go further with me, I invite you in, but understanding that the way I work is not for everyone. I don't play small. I don't go slow. I expect you to do your work, because because I can't fix it for you. I can lead you there. I can give you all the insight that you could ever need. I can give you every tool that you ever possess. I can open the floodgates and allow you to step in, but it's up to you. So, if you're ready for that, I'm here. There's a couple of ways I could serve you. All right. Go have an amazing weekend. Enjoy your Sunday and Saturday and Sunday. I will see you soon. Bye.